I bet you can't guess what happened to home sales last month. The 2023 real estate trends surprised even me. It's Matt here, and this is your August 2023 Plano, Texas market update. Before we jump into the data, let's talk about what today's market means for homeowners. Well, there's no question that North Texas homeowners have done great these last few years. Just looking at Plano alone, over the last 3 years, prices are up 49% since 2020. And I think the question that everybody is asking is, when do they go down? Well, they might not, but we'll talk about price trends here in just a moment. If you're a homeowner thinking about selling, now's probably the time. Eventually you're gonna have more competition, and the best time to have your home listed for sale is when your neighbors don't. Now, multiple offers are still pretty common in Plano, with some sellers getting 5 to 7% above their asking price. If you wanna be the seller who gets everything they want and more, it means having your home prepared for sale and priced smartly. Buyers today are pickier. Rates are up, prices are up, their affordability is down, they are willing to pass on a home. Do the front end work to have your home prepared for sale, and you'll be pleasantly surprised with the results. If you want to have a detailed conversation about what's going on in your neighborhood specifically, or learn how you might be able to prepare your home for sale, reach out. Now let's talk about what today's data means if you're looking to buy a house in Plano or the greater North Dallas area. Well, interestingly, home sales were down in the month of July. I think what happened is that a lot of buyers saw the rates get up into the 7s and they pulled back and they decided to wait. The irony is that home prices still went up anyways. The smart money would tell you, people like Warren Buffett would say, buy when other people aren't. I think a lot of buyers are sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to go down. They're forgetting though that all that competition is gonna come back in the market when they do, and it's gonna be fierce. I'd much rather see a buyer right now pay about the asking price as opposed to wait until they have to clear out their 401k to compete and win against everybody else. The fundamental problem with our market is the lack of supply, and that's probably not gonna change in a meaningful way anytime soon. Here's something to think about. They're calling it the lock-in effect. 92% of homeowners have a rate below 6%. They're not just gonna move just because they feel like it. They're gonna have a meaningful life change to motivate them to move. So I think we see persistently low inventory for a while. Now, the good news for a buyer is that negotiability is increasing. Last month in Plano, 44% of the homes sold for below the asking price. Not a lot below, but they did have more negotiability than earlier this year. I would attribute this more to people being on vacation, kind of those dog days of summer, than a meaningful change of demand. But there probably is a window of opportunity for buyers right now where they don't have as much competition. So I would say if you're thinking about buying, assess your goals, and if now's the right time for your family, I would go for it. I think you'll be very happy by buying at today's prices. Now I want to talk about the latest real estate stats for Plano. When we look back at the month of July, there were just 175 single family homes that sold. That's the fewest since March of this year, and it's a market-wide trend. Home sales are down all over DFW and nationwide, so it's not unique to Plano. On the flip side, home prices are up. The median sold price last month was $560,000. And home prices have risen every month this year. I think the question everybody is asking is, when are they gonna go down? Well, I talk a lot about interest rates and home prices in another video I just filmed, so stay tuned on our channel and watch for that. I think you'll find it really informative. Now, when we compare how much homes are selling for compared to what the sellers are asking, that's the sold to list ratio, and last month it remained at 100%. So sellers are pretty much getting what they're asking. Now, when we compare how long homes are taking to sell, that's the median days on market, and those were 11.5. Those are up a little bit from the month prior, and as we move further into the year, I would expect this to continue to climb. Looking at today's current market, inventory is inching up. I would say this is good news for everybody, but in particular, buyers. Now, as we roll into the month of August, there are 288 homes for sale in Plano. It's really not that much. It is more than June and July, but at the current rate of sales, it just represents 1.6 months of supply. And so when we start to get to a place where we're talking about 3 or 4 months of supply, I think that's when the conversation starts to change towards a softening market. Now, I always like to break this down by how does each price point look? And when we look at this chart, you'll see that for most segments of the market, it's still very much a strong seller's market. It's just in that $1 million plus, which we see bounce around pretty frequently, that we're starting to see that part of the market soften. So we're in the back half of the year, and we have inventory inching up, but prices are too. I'm having a lot of fun watching the 2023 real estate market, and I'll tell you overall, I'm still very bullish on the Plano market. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Plano or the greater North Dallas area, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can connect with us by clicking the pinned comment below, and we'll be in touch. We'll see you all in the next video.